to another edition of the WDWpov live stream show. Marcus is on his way in as we speak. You can probably hear his ice. He's making, basically getting some ice for his drink. But we are live. April 6, 2020. Hard to believe. But welcome to the show. It's going to be a little bit of another weird show. Not that we don't always have weird shows, but this might be an even slightly weirder show than what you normally see. Glad you could join us. How are you doing?
Thanks for having me on the show.
You're welcome. Nice to have you. So, what is your name, sir?
I thought you already introduced me.
Well, I said you were in there, but I didn't introduce you when you got in here.
There's no way to treat a co-host.
Are you a co-host? What is your name, sir?
It's a little fuzzy.
It is a little fuzzy. Everything's a little fuzzy tonight.
Yeah, like that.
What are you talking about? I have no idea what you're talking about. That'll be revealed shortly, though. My wife just put it on her phone. So anyway, welcome, Annette from the Jersey Shore. Nice that you could be with us. And Mary. Nice to see you out there. So I am Jeff, and this is... Oh my goodness. Are you going to be difficult tonight again?
What do you mean again?
You're always difficult. Such a difficult child. This is Marcus, by the way. And welcome to the WDWpov live stream show. Like I said, this is our April 6, 2020 edition. Looks like Patty just joined us out there. Thank you, Patty. As she's...
Oh man, what's Rick doing here?
Rick is here. Nice. Howdy. Actually, he said Audi, not howdy. I wonder what Audi means. What does Audi mean, Rick?
It just means it hurts all over.
Yeah, this show does hurt, doesn't it? And you actually have your own... We've got screens galore tonight. I've got 1, 2,
and it barely
3,
changes a thing.
4, and maybe even a fifth one, but it's not hooked up yet.
More screens, barely change anything.
I know. More screens doesn't do a thing. We still don't know what we're doing here. So yeah, if you want, you can you can click on there, and then you can click. You know what? Click on that. Click right there. No, right there. There you go. And then you can scroll.
He just added an H. What, Rick? Why are you saying H?
What does H mean, Rick?
Yeah, really.
We know what it means. So, welcome to the WDWpov live stream show. Crazy night, as usual. What we're going to do tonight, we haven't done for probably a good 6-8 months, I'm thinking.
For good reason.
For good reason. We are going to pull out. Don't do that yet. That's for later. That's later. See, we got something on the screen up here, right below the camera. Right below it. That will be coming into play a little bit later during the show. T9 said, I. So is that to go along with Rick's H? And then we get an I? Hi. Is that what you think? or the rest of the show, everyone is going to give us one-letter comments.
And we have to figure out what you're saying.
Yeah, we have to figure out what's going on. No, that could be real annoying.
That means they got together behind your back and applauded.
Helping Rick.
Yeah, thank you, T9. Yeah, T9 is just helping Rick out. We were worried, though, because my wife's in the background thinking all of you are getting together behind our backs and plotting to do this one-letter comment thing.
Honestly, I wouldn't care too much about it. We could still have a show.
Make them laugh.
What's that?
Honestly, we could still probably do the show without the comments.
Douglas.
You remain human permanently, but if he doesn't, you'll turn back into a mermaid, and you'll belong to me.
Yes, he's actually transparent. Crazy stuff going on tonight, guys. Crazy stuff. So that was from The Little Mermaid. Thank you,
Yes,
Jack.
it
Jack.
was.
Thank you. T9 says hi.
Hi.
Crazy stuff here, guys. Crazy stuff. You're not coming in, are you? My wife is not dressed in a proper mode, I think, for a live stream tonight. So she's going to stay off camera, but you may hear her off camera throwing out some comments periodically. So,
Where's our other commenty thing?
our other
One
commenty
of
thing?
the comments I'm going to throw out is, if there is one more piece of electronic on my dining room table.
There you go. There's your other comment thing. Yeah, we've got stuff out the wazoo tonight. Like I said, I've got multiple screens. I've got some other high tech stuff going on that you probably already noticed a little bit. You like our backdrop? See, we've got our pictures back there like usual with Melissa in the middle and
You're not funny.
Jeffrey and David on the sides.
Nobody's buying it.
Hey, Dad,
Nobody's buying it, huh? What?
I should watch The Little Mermaid because Ursula saying you'll belong to me, what I just did, will be funny.
It is funny. It is funny. T9 says to put some clothes on.
Hey, Melissa, come down.
Okay, so
Clothes on all day.
welcome to the show. We're getting off to a roaring start. I'm not choking tonight. Already had dinner, so you can rest assured I should not be choking during the show tonight.
You'll get there.
I will get there someday. I always choke. I choke. So, what are we doing? Do we even know what we're doing tonight? We're doing.
Well, you put it right
Yeah.
there.
Yeah. Let's move on to our go ahead to the live share. There we go. So as you know, make sure you do that thing where you share if you can to your friends and your family and Disney loving people all over the world. Andre!
No choking.
No choking tonight, Andre. Glad to see you out there. Actually, Andre, I don't know if I still have it on there, but I might have a one of your pictures. And I was actually going to say something about it. And I'm like, oh, this would be really cool if Andre showed up tonight. But welcome, Andre. I'm glad you're out there. Andre is a friend of the show. He is a cast member extraordinaire, if you're not aware of Andre.
Does he have a blue name tag?
He does not yet. I see Andre having a blue name tag someday, though. I truly believe that. He has done monorails. He has done the boats. He's actually worked his way through the different boats on all over the park, actually, but mainly on Bay Lake and Seven Seas Lagoon. And so when the parks reopen, see if you can find Andre piloting a boat somewhere near the Magic Kingdom. But I actually, Andre, have a picture that I had posted way back. It was your silver monorail picture. I might be throwing that on the screen here at some point, of course, crediting you for that.
Time for our main topic.
Time for our main topic? Well, anyway, Andre's saying, really, let's see, I've been digging through pictures and everything else. Yeah, you know what? I love watching seeing your posts, Andre.
The main topic, hot or not?
Hot or not? We're doing the hot or not
No.
again, huh? No, is that David? David's going to tell us to do hot or not?
Well, I probably just gave him the idea.
It's a dare now. That's what Andre's saying. Anthony, how's it going out there, Anthony? I believe from Philly. Anthony from Philly. So, here's our show for tonight. We haven't done this in a long time. It's been a while. We're going to throw caution to the wind, and we're going to pull out the old patent pending WDWpov Disney Randomizer.
I don't think you could patent anything with Disney in the name.
Okay, then we will just call it the WDWpov Live Stream Topic Randomizer. That's what we'll call it, okay? So we will be pulling out the WDWpov Live Stream Topic Randomizer here.
How many more times can you say it?
I could say it so many times that people will start to probably choke out there. That's all. How much
Except for you.
Except for me, because I'm not going to choke tonight. I am all done choking for the night. And so, okay, We're going to pull that out. But let's go ahead. Since you've already all done this already, we're going to go on to our next regular live screen. Go ahead. You can do that, Marcus, if you'd like. Okay, so we pulled that off of there. Now we're on our live screen with our nice backdrop with our pictures that you normally see back there every week. But there may be something a little bit different going on back there. Let's see. In fact, Andre, I think I'm going to do this right now. I believe we're going to do something a little bit odd with a picture. And there it is, just like magic. This is a picture that Andre had posted on Facebook sometime back in 2019. We had talked about it on a previous show way back in 2019. We threw some pictures that Andre had posted, and he was talking about the college program and things like that. But yeah, look at that. It's almost like the weatherman. Look,
It's beautiful.
look at that. Andre's picture of this monorail silver. Isn't that beautiful? Isn't that something? Yeah, it's actually, so I was playing over the weekend. This is not really a true green screen, but it is green, and it sort of works like a green screen.
Wait, can we make this appear back there?
We could. There's all kind of
Instead of being
possibilities.
random and transparent, it could actually be there and not look annoying.
Exactly.
Covering us up. We'd be covering it up.
Yeah, we could do that. So this was something cool here, and we figured. And Andre's silver, monorail silver,
Okay, goodbye.
was our first experiment, our first
Your first experiment.
green screen.
I had
image.
nothing to do with this.
So anyway, I'm proud to put that up there for you, Andre. That's.
Actually, could you turn it off just so they can actually see what you did?
I will do that. Yes. Let me throw a few more things up there, and then I will show them what's really back there. what's really hiding behind the doors here. So let's
I don't
throw
see
this
any
up there.
doors.
Let's do that. Okay. So if we want to, we can. Sorry, Melissa, we're covering you up, Melissa. I apologize. But we could throw up our traditional Magic Kingdom castle picture that we have. Is that good? Does that look nice?
Yeah.
I think that looks pretty nice. What do you think?
Yeah, yeah.
What else? What else do we have here? We've got that. We'll take that back off. What else did I put here? We've got our backdrop. Watch this. We'll do this first. This isn't quite.
Don't throw
going to
up.
Gonna throw up, Mary. Here. Okay. Now we just turned off the green screen. Nothing.
Nothing?
But that's not even the green screen. You can't even see the screen. It's just like gone. But isn't that cool? See, what I did is I took a picture before the show started tonight. Actually, and I took that picture and I put it as our backdrop. I took a picture of our normal wall that we have behind us here. I stuck it into the green screen mode thing here. And I had to finagle it a little bit just so it sort of fit almost perfectly so I actually have Lumiere and Cogsworth and and our picture of the castle all sitting at just the right angle from the picture I took to all fit together. So took a little bit of doing, but I think it was pretty neat how that worked out. It's not perfect. It's not a perfect green screen. It's just an experiment. This is what I guess we would call. Well, I call it Epcot. We sometimes have our episodes that I call Epcot, which is Experimental Podcast of Tomorrow, where we do some new technical things that we throw out at people. And Marcus,
It's not very experimental.
well, I know green screens have been around for a long time, but for us, this is something new. You like to call it, was it LSOT? LSOT, which is
Experimental live stream of tomorrow.
live stream of tomorrow, because technically this is a live stream, but
Not a podcast.
not a podcast. Although we keep talking about throwing it onto a podcast,
But it still would be a live stream first and a podcast second.
right, and then we would just throw it out there. But again, I love that shot from from Andre of the Monorail Silver. Again, we do that. We can put that over top of it. We could go back to our backdrop behind it. Now this is also pretty cool. Let me go ahead and turn off our image here. And we'll do this.
Yeah.
And again, sorry Melissa, you're getting partially cut off here. But this is a slideshow. So we can have, if we prepare something where we're talking about a certain topic, we can throw on a slideshow. This one, actually, this is from a while back, but...
what about a rocket launch?
Yeah, we could put a rocket launch there. Who said that? Andre. Okay, yeah, we could put...
Let's get this thing going.
Who said that?
Me.
You want to get the topic going. Did you just do something?
What?
I don't know. This all just sort of went... Okay, no, is that right? That looks weird. Hold on, what'd you do? Nothing?
I didn't do anything.
Yeah, you see how that all...
Yeah, I see how it went but I didn't do anything.
Something weird on our Facebook page.
Well, this one in particular, not this one.
Right. That is weird.
It doesn't matter.
Yeah, this is on our own Facebook page that we have on screen... What do we want to call this? We got screen 1, screen 2, screen... These aren't actually screens. We got split screens and stuff too. We've got 1, 2, 3, 4... We got one over here we can use, then we got a separate PC over here with another screen. We've got it going here, man.
So how do we get this thing going?
But somehow we've lost something here with our own Facebook screen.
Doesn't matter. It doesn't matter.
Anyway, yeah, maybe Andre.
18 minutes into the show and I'm already done. No, I want to get this thing started right so that we can actually be done.
Okay, Steve. Yeah, you are done. So, okay, well, don't hit that yet. Don't hit that yet. So we've got our slideshow. We've actually got a couple of slides. Look at Marcus. Oh, look at Marcus. Isn't he cute? Don't do it yet. It's not our time. It's not time. Okay, so let's do our shout outs. Then we'll get to the topic randomizer.
It's not even on the thing. So if I hit
good?
It wouldn't have done it.
Is that good? Can we do that? We'll do our shout outs. We'll go to the topic randomizer.
You do the shout outs.
Okay, so.
Please, you take forever to do them.
Try and make it quick here, gang.
Some people do quick shout outs. You do 10-minute shout outs for every single person.
Sometimes people only do shout outs if you show up on their show, which is fine. I get that. Makes sense. I do shout outs even when people don't show up. I don't care. Because they let me post on their group, so why shouldn't I shout them out, right? Right?
What's your logic here?
Just being neighborly. Won't you be my neighbor?
Yeah, that's PBS.
Howdy, neighbor. Okay. Now that's Disney with David and Amy Picciano. Did I get that right? I hope I got that right. Because I try to pronounce people's names correctly. Unlike some other people, let's see, Stan Solo, who is also on Now That's Disney, Saturday night. They do a podcast.
Yeah, didn't they keep talking about hand sanitizer or whatever?
There was all kind of stuff going on there the other night. But anyway.
Not Amy.
What's that? Cam, I'm sorry. I knew I screwed it up. As soon as I said it, I'm like, out the wrong mouth. Thank you. Mary keeps me on my toes, by the way. She is the superior, bar none. If I mention something on the show and I screw it up, she corrects me. If I mention something about something like a link to something that we're talking about, within probably 2 minutes, she has a link posted on the show. She is excellent. I love you out there, Mary. Mary! And I got to do my Jimmy Stewart. Mary!
No, you don't.
Mary!
Nobody has to do the
Mary!
Stewart.
Mary! Okay, so, yes, thank you. Kim, not Amy. Where did I get Amy from? I don't know where I got Amy from. I know an Amy, but I can't think of where I got it from. Anyway, David and Kim, thank you very much over at Now That's Disney. And we'll even say Stan. And he also has another show he calls The Solo Show. Right. Florida Fun for Everyone. Disney Florida Fun for Everyone. Thank you very much for letting us post on your group. Crazy for Mickey. We appreciate you letting us post there. Disney Adventures Tribe with Todd and Gina. We thank you for letting us post to your group. That WDWpov group, which is also part of the WDWpov page, which is part of the WDWpov Twitter account, and YouTube, and Facebook page, and Instagram, and website. All WDWpov. Amazing. 6 letters, all you got to remember. Monorail Tales group. I think Rick is still out there. Maybe he's already gone because he's like, I'm out of here. But they do a podcast, usually record Tuesday nights and post it out sometime in the next few days. Thank you very much. I also try to get on that show as much as I can as one of the podcasters for that group. So always fun. And the Disney Podcast group. Thank you for letting us post. So. On to the show, right? Okay. Trying to get all this technical stuff figured out. Okay, so we've got slideshows. We've got pictures. Oh, there's a good one.
Wow, what do you know? Rick is still out there.
Rick. And Rick says, and you are part of it too. Yes, I try to be, Rick, as much as I possibly can, between work and home and work and more work and then home and this show and all that stuff. But since we don't even really prepare for this show, it doesn't matter, right? We just wing this show more often than not. And tonight is the ultimate in winging the show, because we're going to be pulling out the WDWpov. What are we calling it? We're taking Disney. The WDWpov Topic Randomizer. There you go. Live stream show Topic Randomizer.
You know what? Do we even need the wheel? Doing the show already makes that happen.
And this is actually sort of funny right now. I don't know. Sheila's out there. She's probably not watching the show, but she's out there right now instant messaging to see who is going to be able to make it to the podcast tomorrow night to record a show. I'm going to respond to Sheila right now. Rick, you're watching this, right?
What else is everyone doing that makes them so they couldn't go or make it?
Well, yeah, I mean, again, life, stuff going on, other things that are happening. I'm typing to Sheila from the Monorail Tales group right as we speak. Okay, so she's going to see this message. There we go. Message off to Sheila. So, this is true live stream stuff, guys. It's what happens. So, T9 is saying, I'm watching. I'll let her
Building
know.
An RC
you
truck.
won't be there.
Building an RC truck.
Oh, Andre he's got so many.
Playing
RC.
Fight Sim.
Oh yeah,
Flight Sim.
Between Flight Simulator and
watching
the
you
RC
guys.
stuff, and and watching us, and I'm trying to think what else. I know you do flying drones and stuff. He's got it going. He's really got it going. All kind of stuff that I'd love to do if I had a little more time on my hands. But I did do some RC cars back in the day, Andre. I actually raced back at, you remember a company called, I don't know if they still make Lexan bodies, from this company called Parma, which is about an hour from our house. And they sponsored some races up there early on, back in the late 70s, early 80s. So yeah, I'm dating myself here. And we went to some of these early on races that had happened. And I used to get the Lexan bodies, and I'd paint them and do them really cool, and all that stuff. And we do these races around different parts of Northeast Ohio and Western Pennsylvania. And here he goes. He's Mr. Impatient here is already playing with our randomizer.
Oh, that's a boring topic. Let's just
see. Look what you did.
Early 1400s? What?
Early 1400s. No, it's not quite that old, David. Thank you very much. Okay, so As you can see, we've got our slideshow continuing back behind us. All kinds of cool stuff that we can do with our green screen once we figure out a little bit more with it, and once we actually have a green screen. Now, you had asked what it actually looks like. Okay, it's like I said, it's really not a green screen per se. So let me pull up something here for you. I am going to temporarily turn off the green screen. You ready for this? There it is, gang. There it is. The green screen is nothing more, and this is really funny because I didn't have the time or the money, and green screens aren't expensive. My son just bought one for what, $10, $15. David bought one. So I just thought about, okay, this would be cool if I do this. So I started throwing this together, thinking about it yesterday. Okay, so Sunday, I'm throwing some ideas together. You saw what I was doing. I had literally one piece of green paper here, and I'm seeing how this all works, and I'm playing with it. Marcus is already yawning because he's done with the show. And I'm trying to do it with one piece of paper. But as you can see, this is nothing more than tissue paper. I stumbled upon this completely by accident. I went upstairs, I went in our room, and I found this old bag that had green and white wrapping paper, you know, the kind that you do like when you give a gift to somebody and it's just like they bunch up all this paper. Well, there were these probably 8 or 10 individual tissue paper sheets in this green color. And I'm like, wow, that looks a lot like a green screen to me. I'm going to see if it works. So I literally taped the pieces together, stuck it up there. Marcus helped me hold it up while I put the tape up. And that is my makeshift green screen. And there you go. Now it's back. So.
Well, Andre's gone.
He's got to go. Sadly, he's got to go. Oh, military calls. Okay. Have a good night, guy, Andre. And yeah, join if I'll try to join if you're still on. Yeah, I don't know if it'll be a really long show tonight or not. We're probably just going to do one topic, and then we yeah, one topic. No, okay. So with that, let me get us over to. You ready? There it is. There it is.
Is that what Stan uses, I wonder?
I don't know.
Or is he just really close to the wall?
What's that? Well, Mary's saying, is that what Stan... Yeah, good question. I don't know. We'll have to find out. But yeah, literally 4 pieces of tissue paper wrapping that happen to be about the same shade of green that a normal green screen is. So, okay, so tonight, as promised, we're going to do our WDWpov topic randomizer, live stream topic randomizer. So right now we have Magic Kingdom, we have Epcot, we have Hollywood Studios, we have Animal Kingdom, Typhoon Lagoon, Blizzard Beach, and then we have our WDWpov picture, okay? So what we're going to do, and Laura's out there. Laura, works great, nice job, and you didn't have to go out. Exactly. Didn't have to do anything outside the house.
Okay, everybody, place your bets now.
Yes. Okay, so if we get the
Always bet on Magic Kingdom.
Always bet on Magic Kingdom. So if it lands on the picture, you want to make that a wild card?
But what else would we do if we landed on it?
I don't know. Just
do a normal show where we don't talk about anything?
Just do a normal show where we don't talk about anything. Okay, that's a good idea. So we're going to spin the wheel 3 times, okay? We're going to
All in on green?
3 times.
Okay, of course. My least favorite.
All in on green. Yeah, we don't know, Mary. The picture, we're trying to figure it out. We'll make it a wild card. Okay, so if it lands on the picture, we're going to do it 3 times, okay? 3 spins. The 3rd spin will be the winning choice of the night for our topic. Here's number 1. Just.
I have a feeling the wild card will win no matter what.
Oh my goodness! Nope. Ooh, looks like Magic Kingdom. Okay, so that's our first spin. Go ahead, let her rip again. I wish it would. I wish it would win every time, Rick. But there it is. Look at that. We got a second spin, and it was the wild card. Now wait, hold on. Don't spin the third time. I'm going to explain. If it is on the third spin, if we get the wild card again, we will have everybody out there give us a topic. Whatever first topic comes up. And you're going to have to put topic and then what the topic is. So you're going to post topic and something if the wild card comes up. If it comes up for this third time with a regular thing, that's what we're doing. Okay? You ready? Okay, here we go.
I doubt it will land on the wild card.
I do too, but we'll see what happens.
What is the RNG there?
Wild card! It's a wild card! Okay, so you guys have to give us a topic. First one that pops up that says topic.
RNG was
something.
not on our side there.
Of course, Mary would
Mary
be our
had
winner.
the topic ready. She knew it was going to happen.
Oh, close. Close second was Tron, but yes, Mary snuck in there by literally seconds and came up topic resorts. Okay, so resorts, that's not a bad topic.
RNG was not on our side tonight.
RNG?
You've never heard that term used before?
No, what does that mean?
Random number
Oh,
generator.
random number generator. Okay.
RNG.
So that was pretty cool. For our first in a long time of our Disney, well, I'm sorry, our WDWpov topic generators comes up with the new wild card. I just threw the wild card on there minutes before the show started.
Either way would have been the third spin if we had counted that first one off camera.
Which one off camera? Oh,
where
yeah,
it landed on Typhoon Lagoon. Either way, the third spin would have hit it.
Yeah, that's right. Third would have still been. Yeah, so we're good. So our 3 official spins, 2 turned out to be wild cards. Interesting.
In a row.
In a row. That was odd. That was odd. But it is truly random. We had no control over it.
On the green screen.
Yeah, you know what? Actually, I did think about doing it that way, but it just, I don't know. This was quicker, and I was running out of time. I threw it up on my second screen here like I usually do. So, and besides, I just wanted to change the screen just for a moment, so we went to this screen for a little bit, just to change things up. And if you notice, our green screen in the background on this one is a little bit weird looking. It's just sort of white, and it's got sort of a Windows logo thing. That's because it actually does have part of the random screen on there. It just... I just thought it looked better if we put it as its own little dedicated screen. Like
Right, Rick. Like you're going to get back here before it's over.
Let's see. What did I miss here? Aaron, I'm sorry. I'm just catching that. Oh, that's right. I did remember reading a couple things about that. Our prayers definitely go out to you on that loss, on your loss, and yeah, that's not a good week, I'm sure. Anyway, Aaron, continue prayers for you. Hopefully things brighten up quite a bit for you. Anyway, so
I guess we have to talk about resorts again.
We're going to talk about resort. What do you mean again?
We've talked about resorts before.
We've talked about all kind of Disney stuff.
Have we talked about Tron before?
We have not specifically talked about Tron before, but rules is rules.
Oh, and Rick Forbes joined again.
Rick's back.
Man, that was quick.
Well, maybe he got out and then he got back in just so he can watch it while he's doing something else. So anyway,
rules is rules.
Rules is rules.
You're the one that made the rules up. You can change the rules just like that.
But before rules is rules continues with our topic.
You know what? Why don't you have that on the green screen?
Gaston. I might do that next week. I might put this might be on the green screen next week. What do you think? That's assuming that we keep the green screen next week. I mean, literally, it's just 4 sheets of wrapping paper tissue. Literally, just sitting there. taped up on the back of our wall. That's all it is. Tissue paper. Tissue paper. Anyway, Mary says we could talk about Tron if we want, but you know what? What are you doing?
Oh, you know what I'm doing.
Oh, yes, I know what he's doing. This. Thank you, Laura, for the guest on. Yes. Yes. This is a little thing from.
It's called touching your face during a pandemic.
Exactly, but we're within family here, so we're okay. No, that's from the Clone Wars, specific episode from the Clone Wars. What's the line that goes along with it?
Almost everyone.
Almost everyone. Yes.
It was.
It's
one of those things you'd have to be there to understand.
You have to see the episode.
No, it's more like you'd have to be there to understand.
Yeah. But even when you watch it over again, it just doesn't have the same impact as when we saw it that first time.
Before it was gone out of my mind.
So I'm going to start. We'll go talk a little resorts here. Let's start with the expensive resorts.
How many expensive resorts have I stayed at?
How many have you stayed at? You've stayed at quite a few, actually.
Which ones?
You have stayed at
Polynesian when I was like 6.
Yeah, when you were quite young.
11 years ago now.
11 years ago. Wow. 11 years ago.
So that experience has changed so much and is not fresh in my mind at all.
So we're going to have to go back to the Polynesian again. We have stayed at... oh, my goodness. Maybe you haven't stayed at so many of the expensive ones.
Let's see. There's the Contemporary. Nope.
Grand
Floridian. Nope.
Me and your mom stayed at the Contemporary once.
Yeah, I know.
Okay, but you weren't on that
Contemporary?
trip.
No.
That was
Grand Floridian? No. What other ones are there?
You've been to one.
Polynesian.
Beach Club.
That's considered expensive. I thought it was Yacht Club.
Well, it's yacht and beach club.
But the yacht was the more expensive one.
One half is yacht, one half is beach.
I thought the Yacht Club was the nicer half.
You know, some people say that. They're both very, very comparable, in my opinion.
One of them has beaches and cream. The other does not.
True. But the swimming pool is split between the two. But so anyway, let's talk about the expensive ones first. So what are your favorites? Which ones have you been to? Again, we've been to the Polynesian. We go to the Grand Floridian quite a bit. We like to visit, and we like, especially around Christmas time. You've got the big tree in there and everything. See, Mary saying we're Yacht and Beach Club.
What did I say that was wrong? Did I not say beaches and cream?
I thought you said beaches and cream. What did you say?
Could somebody please tell me what I actually said?
I think he said beaches and cream. T9 says stayed at Beach Club and loved it. Yeah, we've been to the Beach Club several times.
Had an odd smell one of the times we were there.
The Beach Club does also have the villas. We did not stay at the villas. We were actually in the Beach Club. What do I got here?
Oh, a rogue piece of facial hair.
A rogue piece of facial hair that my son's trying to pick off of my face.
No, you got like 2. This one's really bad.
Okay. Well, I'll have to trim
like
it. I'll trim it after the show. So we'll talk about the expensive ones, then we'll go on
I said it was at beach, not yacht. Also, it's in the middle, barely.
Yeah, barely.
I didn't say it was at the Yacht Club, though, did I? I said it was at the Beach Club.
I'm not sure. We're going to have to go back and re-watch the show and make sure that you said the right thing.
Because that's worth going back.
Because if you didn't say the right thing, I'm just going to have to disown you right now.
Okay, fine. Okay. It doesn't matter.
Okay. But, so we've stayed at the Beach Club.
Didn't like Bay Lake Tower, but it smells wonderful.
T9. It didn't like Bay Lake Tower. Wow. Did you actually stay there, or did you just go in there and take a look?
Is that one of the expensive places?
It is a lot of the expensive resorts now have also a Disney Vacation Club.
Stan Solo joined. Oh man, get him out of here.
Stan, how's it going? You missed a lot of fun, and believe it or not, in the first 35 minutes, you missed a lot of interesting
stuff. First 35 minutes, yes, a lot of stuff.
Surprisingly, because usually within 35 minutes we've just started the show, but we actually got quite a bit thrown in there in the first 35 minutes. Some new technology and stuff going on. So yeah, interesting stuff. But anyway, Laura's
some wacky stuff going on here.
Strange, wacky stuff. that's okay. We're trying to do our
Carson
and just reading something. The expensive ones, Laura's saying the expensive ones seem to be less character oriented.
The Polynesian is the most character oriented.
Really like that about the less expensive ones. What's that?
The Polynesian is easily the most character oriented out of the three, at least.
I would say so, yeah, because the Grand
Then you
Floridian-
go contemporary. You have Chef Mickey or whatever. Then you have contemporary, which is like almost not character related at all.
I mean, and then you've got the Yacht and Beach Club. Again, really no character linkage in there. Although all of the major, the more expensive ones do have, I'm trying to think, not all, I'll say most, have some kind of character meal. 1900 Park Fair, that is
very character oriented.
Yeah,
though.
And you can do breakfast or...
A lot of characters there that you don't see otherwise.
Right. Some of them, yes. Yeah, like the stepsisters. That's interesting when you get to see the stepsisters. Trying to keep up with the comments here as we're going.
Stan's just finally catching on as to what's going on.
Yeah, right now, Stan, we had what we call our Disney... Well, I keep saying Disney. Our WDWpov, Walt Disney World Point of View... live stream topic randomizer, patent pending. And tonight's spin, we did 3 spins. The third spin was our choice. And it actually turned out that it ended up being, we'll pop that on there, it ended up being our wild card choice. And the wild card choice...
It only ever landed on 2 things.
It did, didn't it? Well,
Typhoon Lagoon and that.
And just so you can see this is random, I'm going to click it one more time just so you can see. See, now this time it is...
Oh, thank goodness it didn't land on that one the third time.
Animal Kingdom. See? That's how it works. Woo!
Wrong window.
That's how it works. So, anyway, I just wanted to show you guys it was random. And so we picked the third try, and the third try happened to be the wild card. And we said whoever gets the first topic out there after the wild card choice gets to pick. And Mary, the queen of winning everything, she's great at trivia.
I'd
she's
say
great
T9 doesn't like hotels.
She jumped it out there. So anyway, so T9 says, honestly, I stayed at every level. For the most part, I would rather spend my money on something other than a room.
Can I buy a vowel?
Yes. Maybe next week we'll have a puzzle show or something.
Wait, is the host of Wheel of Fortune's name Alex?
Actually, Wheel of Fortune is. Oh my goodness, I'm drawing.
He's thinking of Jeopardy.
Yeah, Jeopardy is Alex Trebek, and I know Mary's going to get it here in a second. The what is his name? Vanna White is the one who points at the letters.
Who cares? Pat Sajak.
Pat Sajak. Thank you, Mary. I knew Mary would get that for us. And T9 at Pat Sajak. Yeah. When you do a live show, your brain does strange things. It just goes completely blank most of the time.
Just like a game show, too.
What's that?
Just like on game shows, too.
Yeah. Do you ever notice that when you watch a game show? I know we're off topic here, but when you watch a game show and you're watching it and you're sitting there going, like after 2 clues, you're like, oh, I know this one. It's so easy. Why aren't they getting it? And then 3 clues go by and 4 clues go by and 5 clues go by. And these people who are on the show still can't figure it out. I understand that. I get that because when you're right there doing it live on the show, you just draw a blank on things that like normally you would just like that. It would pop right into your head.
It's just more fun to make fun of them, though.
But it is fun to make fun of. You're right.
You're going on live TV. You might as well get made fun of.
It is fun, though, when you see these people on TV and they can't figure it out and you're getting it, 5-10 minutes ahead of time. That's what happens on this show. Okay, just to let you know. So, anyway, so we talked about some expensive resorts a little bit. I don't think we really got
into the resort discussion at all.
Callum, let's see. Callum, I saw posted a couple of things here. What's he saying there? I personally think the cheaper resorts are better. It's just a roof over your head, but that's my view from coming from the UK. It is more expensive to get. Yeah, it takes a little bit more to get here from the UK, Callum. And here's the deal.
Yeah, Stan agrees with us.
Stan saying, when I'm live, I forget more than I know, if that's possible. Yeah, I think that's possible. It happens to the best of us, Stan. Or is it Stan? Is it Stan? Stan. I forgot. It's Stan. So anyway, I sort of go back and forth on that. You know, there are definitely times where we've been at some of the expensive resorts and we've loved it. I mean, you know, the beach club is probably one of our favorites. My wife loves the Polynesian, but like Marcus said, it's been 11 years. So
and they remodeled since then.
They remodeled
5
since
years
the
ago.
last time we were there. I mean, not since the last time we stayed there. Now, like Callum's saying though, on the and T9 is mentioning as well, you know, you could stay at the less expensive resorts. You don't spend as much, and honestly, I mean, most of the time when we're there, we're running through the parks. We're enjoying the parks. We're getting.
But then when you go back to just sit at the room and do nothing.
So when you get back to the room, you know, we recharge our phones, we recharge our cameras, our video equipment, stuff like that. I usually download all my pictures and videos onto a laptop that I take with me, and you know, we get all that taken care of at night. Go to sleep and try and get refreshed for the next morning. Don't usually get to do a whole lot at the resort itself.
Mostly because a lot of the stuff at the resort is expensive.
What do you mean? Like what?
I'm blanking.
Like what's expensive at the resort itself, other than the restaurants?
Mostly those.
But here's the beauty of it. Okay, so even when we do stay at a cheaper resort, you know, we've stayed at Pop Century, we've stayed at Art of Animation, which is actually on the low end of things. It is one of the, I think it's the highest priced on the low end. It's basically sort of a quasi low end to mid range type resort at this point, in my opinion. But
once you go often enough, you tend to have a little more downtime. You'd think that, wouldn't you?
What's that? What? Who said what there?
It depends on how you vacation. Once you go often enough, you tend to have a little more downtime.
And
you'd think that, wouldn't you?
Well, yeah.
We spend most of our downtime just walking around random places, and by random places, I mean downtown Disney.
We do our Disney Springs.
I call the one section downtown Disney. I'll refer to the other section as Disney Springs because it's new.
He does not like referring to downtown Disney. Or referring to it as Disney Springs.
You continue to call Hollywood Studios MGM.
I do sometimes. Yes, I do. Not all the time. And there
Don't say cheap. They're inexpensive.
Inexpensive. Yeah, cheap is probably not the word. But yeah, Steve's saying, I never understood why people buy a vowel when you know it's the only one going to pop up, or you know, like an essay is in the positions that should be, and oh my god, that does get me sometimes, Steve, when I buy a vowel and I'm like, why did just do? There's wasted money, wasted it.
You know, I don't think I have ever just stayed at a resort or actually done stuff at a resort.
Well, here's okay. And what
for us, it's just we sleep there and then we go to the parks or go
for the most part
downtown Disney.
You remember when we had annual passes though?
Mm-hmm.
When we had annual passes, we actually did, and I think this is Mary's point.
When we had annual passes, we deliberately drove to Disney an hour.
Yeah.
To use them and then drove back.
Yeah. Well, what
when we were just staying near somewhere, for that rocket launch.
Rocket launch, yeah, we did it. We did do a rocket launch, and we ended up going to Disney for like half the day or something. But you could do that. You drive there for for an hour.
So it's not like you were going to a resort for that. You were going to the parks.
We were going to the parks for that. But by the same token, I think what Mary was saying is, if you're there more often, you have more downtime, and you don't feel as rushed having to do every single thing at the parks every single time you go. Unless you're me, but that's another story. But yeah, so you can take a little more time to spend at the resort. We did that at the beach club. We took advantage of the pool there. They've got that sand beach pool. They've got the big. It's a massive.
It's not a great idea.
What's that?
In my opinion.
Sand thing?
Yeah.
It's cool though. I mean, it's neat.
It's a decent idea, but anything involving sand is poorly done in execution.
Let's see, I'm missing some things here. Yeah, okay, so T9 says, with the exception of Animal Kingdom, she'd rather stay at a moderate, except during food and wine, then I'd rather be at Beach Club. Perfect. That's a good, excellent point there as far as a strategic use of staying at a particular resort during a specific time of the year. Yeah, we took advantage of that as well, where we stayed there. You just walk right into Epcot. You enjoy the day. You could walk back to the resort if you want. You can do beaches and cream in the middle of the day. You can do whatever you want. And if you want, you can go walk back or take a boat over. So, excellent point, T9. That's a good example of using a resort to your advantage. We have stayed in Animal Kingdom. We did stay at Animal Kingdom in one of their rooms facing the animals. You know, where they have all the animals loose there in the middle.
Mm-hmm.
We did stay there,
Yeah.
and that is that's a high end one. Did you enjoy that one? I thought it was a nice room. I thought it was.
I
a
don't
nice
know.
room.
If I want to stay at a hotel, I'll stay at a hotel. If I want to go to a zoo, I'll go to a zoo.
Okay, Laura's bringing up an interesting point. Has anyone stayed off property? Yes, we have, ourselves in particular, on a number of occasions. We've stayed off property. I don't know if we've stayed off property as much as we've stayed on, but we have done our share of off property resorts. I think we've done Hilton. I think we've done, can't think of the name of it, Vistana resorts, which are very nice. There's a couple of those within maybe 5 minutes driving distance to the parks, and we've done that a number of times. And yeah, you sort of miss being on property and being in that Disney bubble 24/7 while you're there. But by the same token, you can get a very nice room, with a kitchen, full kitchen, 2 or 3 bedrooms, a living room area, washer and dryer, the works, and you're paying way less than you're going to pay for a room on Disney property for probably even, you might get a mid-range room for the same price, for a handful of days versus a week at one of these kind of off-property resorts. So that's a good point, Laura. Let's see, I'm trying to go back through some of these comments that I missed.
I've given up on keeping track of them.
Let's see where we're at here. So she mentioned that.
Okay, you're caught up there.
Okay. He's already fallen asleep, gang. So Mary was talking about the downtime. How often is more often is what T9 wants to know. She went 5 times last year. That's a pretty good amount. I'd say that's up there. Let's see what else we got here. T9 is saying she opens and closes the parks. That's sort of my way of doing things too. I mean, we've done rope drops and then we've done the extra magic hours, and basically stretched it out to the point where he doesn't usually fall asleep at the parks like he does on our show. But that's a good point. We got this little bug. It's just like flying right in there. You got it?
I don't know.
It was just like a little fruit fly type thing or something. Mary's saying they go twice a year, once for 10 days and once for a week. Maybe it's just DVC, then enjoy the resort.
I think going into the parks is on the same level for me as going to the Canfield Fair. I go there early in the morning.
Oh, yeah.
I have to stay there late at night. Once I'm awake, I just don't fall asleep at all.
Okay.
Like, if I take a nap, I don't want to get back up. So I just stay up the entire time.
You do. And
in both scenarios.
Yeah, and you don't get a lot of sleep. You sleep for what, maybe about 4 or 5 hours, 6 hours, and you're right back at it again. So makes for a very, very long day. But yeah, we've done trips like that too. And what Mary's saying about 10 days and a week. This was an interesting trip we did one time. My wife somehow, I don't know how this worked out. We normally have 1 week that's at Myrtle Beach that we've had for a long, long time, and we still have it. And it's like mid-September. We were trying to sell that week off this particular year because we knew we were going to Disney like 2 weeks after that trip. And we're like, we're not going to go to Myrtle Beach, drive to Myrtle Beach, come back home, and then drive all the way down to Disney. Just didn't make any sense to me whatsoever. So I told her, I said, here's the deal. Okay. And at the time I worked on my own. I could work from the hotel. I could work, while we're on the road. I can, do whatever. And so I told her, I said, if you can get a spectacular deal for we already had the week at Myrtle Beach that we were trying to get rid of, but we couldn't. And 2 weeks later at Disney, already booked. So if you can get something for that week in between at Disney, go for it. Somehow, what you doing? Somehow, she kept looking day after day after day, and she somehow nabbed. We had some extra points for our Myrtle Beach week that we had like cashed in a previous year, and we had points left over.
Here we have Stan complaining about first world problems.
What's he complaining about? Stan saying, I've only went to Walt Disney once this year. The weird thing is, I was only planning on going once this year. It will be the first time in years that I'm only going once in a year. Yeah, that is a big problem, Stan.
First world problems.
Yeah, first world problems. Yeah, Stan, last year, 2019, we didn't get to go once. It was like the first year, for as long as I can remember, that we didn't go even once. It's killing me. Anyway, and this year so far, nothing. And now we got this COVID-19 thing. So anyway, so I told Patty, get something, get a good deal, and we'll make a trip out of it. She found this thing online, and it was ridiculously low. I mean, and she jumped on it. She got this deal for Saratoga Springs for 1 week for so few points. It wasn't even.
Yeah, Saratoga Springs. That's a nice one.
That was a nice one. Yeah, and so we ended up on that particular trip. Went Myrtle Beach for 1 week. Drove straight down Saratoga Springs.
Was the same for Tokyo. That was his reason for not going. For only going once this year.
Oh, okay. So we did Myrtle Beach for a week, Saratoga Springs for a week, and then we rolled into, that was our beach club, I believe. We did for the third week. So that was a heck of a trip. And we had a great time on that one. I can't remember the year. Was that our anniversary year? When we had our 30th?
I don't remember.
I think Jack turned 10. So it would have been like 5 years ago. I think it was 2015, possibly. Yeah, we celebrated like our anniversary, my wife's birthday, her 50th, Jack's 10th birthday, and it was, like I said, I think it was our 30th anniversary. It was a wonderful trip. Anyway, I digress. But yeah, Saratoga Springs was another good one. We're trying to get this bug. Okay, so let's see. Callum's saying, let me jump back up here because we missed a bunch of stuff here. Mary's saying we go twice a year. Yeah, in 10 days. Okay. The only off-property, T9 has said, the only off-property place I've stayed is the Peabody, and it was for a convention. Yeah, I did do a few conventions where I had to do that as well, T9, years ago. Not so much anymore, though. Mary's saying we enjoy the resort and tend to close the parks but sleep in. Okay, so you don't do the opening so much, you do the closings. But you got to do a rope drop. You have to. You got to do a rope drop at some point. Laura's saying we love Art of Animation. That is a cool one. It's Art of Animation, like I said, it's probably like the upper end of the, whatever what would you call that? Would you call that? It's sort of between mid and the low range price-wise. One trip we did end up staying, this was sort of by accident. Disney something got screwed up, and they ended up actually moving us from Pop Century into a Cars suite at Art of Animation. Now, we've been there a few times prior to that, but on that particular trip, we got to do a Cars suite. That was cool. It was sweet. And I'm seeing you yawning here in the
what?
The Cars suite. Wasn't it sweet? You're losing it.
That's worst joke I've heard.
T9 says art
That's
of
the worst
animation
joke I've heard all
does
month.
not trip her trigger on any level. I thought, I like the theming. I thought is pretty cool there. The pool, Jack loves the pool there. Steve is saying Nevaeh loves the beach club pool, absolutely. Playing in the sand, and she loves the Bay Lake pool for the water slide.
You're losing me.
I'm losing you. Okay, I know. We'll catch up on these comments. Callum was saying I love Animal Kingdom, but it's big
You're
downside.
going so far back here.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, because it is, compared to other resorts. Mary says they love Animal Kingdom. Lodge. Laura says kids love the pool with the music underwater. Yeah, the art of animation. That's pretty cool. Except I don't like to go underwater so much. So I don't usually listen to it.
Some people actually do stuff that should captivate their full attention and pay attention to chat at the same time.
What's that? Not us.
Well, not you at least.
Okay. Let's see. So what do you have in mind?
What?
I don't know. What?
I don't know. I was just saying something.
I don't know. What were you saying?
You just sit here and talk.
Well, then you talk.
And then you...
I'm going to shut up.
And then you can't keep track of what people are saying.
Well, that's your job. You're supposed to help me with that.
But then when I try to stop you from talking...
Then stop.
You complain.
Okay, go ahead.
It's not worth it now. Some of these comments are already like 5 minutes old.
Look, there's another one that just... Okay, Annette apparently would like to see me take another drink. And I actually could use it because my throat is getting a little bit parched.
Oh, you must have missed that Stan says he was heading out.
Gaston! Yes, I did miss that, actually. Okay.
You could do the Coca-Cola commercials for after they're done,
Oh, where they do that sip? I could do that. Maybe I could be like the voiceover. You know how they have voice actors? I could be the...
You could do that one particular sound effect.
That's all I got to do. Just pay me to do that. They could have some big name actor or actress or something. They could do the whole commercial, get the name and face recognition.
Then all you do is...
And then at the very end, you'll see the actor or actress do this, and then they'll open their mouth like that. But they can't do it. And then they'll have me dub in...
That was the worst tangent I've ever heard.
And I'd make millions of dollars doing it.
No, you wouldn't. You'd make at least a couple thousand.
Okay, maybe tens of dollars.
So you wouldn't even lower than what my expectations were.
Yeah, I'll take yours. I'll take the hundreds or thousands or whatever. That's it. That's all I got to do. Anyway,
we've been at this for an hour now, and how much have we actually talked?
about a half hour. It was about a half hour.
A half hour, an hour. What? You're not making any sense.
It's not our best show. I understand.
Don't quit your day job.
We yes, it's not our best show.
But what are you talking about? It is his day job.
but at least I'm not on medication tonight like somebody else was on Saturday night.
Who was that?
I'm not gonna say. He knows who he is, and I'm
He's
sure.
not even in here anymore.
I'm sure Mary knows who I'm talking about.
But he left.
No. Actually, it was his co-host. Although they were both yawning.
Didn't he leave
I think
too?
they were both yawning during the show quite a bit, almost as much as you.
I'm not even on medication.
As he's yawning again. So anyway, T9 is saying it's funny because when we went at the end of July, it was so over Disney, and we had to go back 8 days. Oh, I remember that. You had that double trip thing. After going home with friends, it wasn't a month after getting home from the last trip that I was ready to go back. Yeah, it's when you go to Disney, it's like you got to get back. Oh wait, I didn't do this. Okay. Anyway, Kathy Lee saying college programs of interns got canceled. I know. I actually know somebody who was down there for the college program and we're possibly going to re-up for a second stint, but obviously that's not happening. At least not for the foreseeable future. Yeah, Mary says, Marcus always gets cranky around now. Annette, just for you.
You already did it.
No, I did this. I did Gaston, but I didn't do Kill the Beast. Kill the Beast. There we go. I had to get one in before the show was out. Kathy Lee saying, my Instagram account, Disney World Photos, there's lots of Disney photos, write some accounts. Instagram that has good Disney photos. Yeah, Instagram is a good way to post. And I've been really slacking off on our Instagram account. It's been over a month since I posted anything. I used to do one at least every day. I'd put a picture out there, but I got to get back into the habit. Yeah, Mary's out there saying, where are you at, David?
I don't think these chairs are very ergonomically designed.
These chairs?
No.
I worked in this chair all day today. Yes, gang.
How did you do it?
Yes, gang. Believe it or not, I am, as of Friday, started work at home, and I was sitting in this chair all day today. You know, obviously I got up, got a drink, got some, a couple of quick snacks, things like that. But I've been sitting in this chair almost the entire day, and I've got to say, it's a dining room chair. It's got some nice padding on it. And Marcus is falling asleep. But it's to sit in it the entire day. Yeah, I'm at about the end of my sitting in this chair. It's been since, right around 8-ish this morning until 9 tonight, except for, like I said, getting up a few times here and there to set some stuff up after I was done working. Anyway, I think we're done for the night. Again, thank you all for watching.
Finally.
This was more of an experimental show more than anything, just so I could start putting some of this stuff up here on our new screen that we have.
I think after all this stupid stuff is over, I need my back to be readjusted.
But anyway, thank you, Kathy, for joining us tonight. Mary, Steve, T9, Anthony. I don't think David was there, but we'll say thank you anyway. Stan, Rick. I'm sure I'm missing somebody, but we enjoyed having you. And let's see. Yes, and you know what? Thank you for mentioning that, Kathy. Happy Easter, everybody. Will be coming up before our next show, so it'll be Easter Sunday this coming weekend. So I just, from WDWpov, would like to wish you guys all a very, very happy Easter. Or Hanukkah, if you are celebrating that, which actually starts Wednesday night, I believe.
Celebrating what?
Hanukkah. Or Hanukkah.
Isn't that for Christmas? Around Christmas?
No, Hanukkah. Am I messing this up? Passover. Thank you. I needed Mary to jump in on that one, but my son caught me. Yeah, Hanukkah is Christmas. Passover. I'm sorry. How did I do that? That's embarrassing. I know better than that. Again, it's the live stream syndrome. Your brain goes completely wacko.
Isn't that around Christmas? What are you talking about? Oh, just when Hanukkah actually happens?
No, Mary jumped in there. Passover. See? Yeah, she knew what I meant. Yes, thank you, T9. Yes, I did mean Passover. But that starts, and I knew the date, Wednesday night. It starts at sundown Wednesday night.
You knew the day, just not the holiday. I knew that,
but I screwed up on Passover. How could I do that? I apologize to all my Jewish friends out there. I definitely should have known better. But anyway, so happy Easter, happy. I'm gonna say Hanukkah again. It just rolls off better. Happy Hanukkah. Have a wonderful
a blessed Passover.
A blessed Passover. That's a great way to put it. Okay, there you go. Yes, and Holy Week overall. So thank you, Kathy. Yes, Mary. March was very long month. So hopefully,
it's gonna get longer from here.
Hopefully, April isn't quite as long as March. I think it will.
I mean, we're already on day 6. Somehow that happened.
I know. You believe that? I'll take that.
We're gonna say April's long. Wait, how is it already the 6th?
And yeah, really. Everybody, stay safe, stay healthy. you ready? You ready to sign it off?
I was an hour and a half ago.
You were an hour and a half.
Before the show even started. Because the show wasn't even on an hour and a half ago.
Let's do this. We'll bring our WDWpov picture right there. Or do
Now-
we want to go back to our... There we go. We'll
Now-
go... as
Now,
if
wasn't this a great show, Mouseketeers?
Yes. What's that guy's name?
Jimmy.
Jimmy. He's
the,
a good...
the adult Mouseketeer.
The adult Mouseketeer, Jimmy, who helps sign off the...
What do you mean, help sign off? He does sign off.
He does sign off. Okay, you ready to sign it off, Jimmy?
And here's something we want you always to remember. M-I-C. See you real soon. K-Y. Why? Because we like ya.
That's right. He does like ya. He doesn't say like you. He said like M-O-U-S-E.
We never should have watched that.
Ding, 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 ding. Watch the first 5 episodes of the Mickey Mouse Clubhouse on Disney Plus.
Show. The Mickey Mouse Clubhouse.
See, I did it again.
They probably have the entirety of the Mickey Mouse Clubhouse on there.
Yeah, I know they probably do. But yeah,
classic Mickey Mouse.
but you got to watch the Mickey Mouse, Mouseketeer show. They got 5 episodes on Disney Plus. They're all fun to watch. Anyway, again, thank you for all being there. Stay safe. Have a wonderful Holy Week, Easter, and Passover. And we will see you next Monday night. Same bat time, same bat channel.